Joining us now is South Carolina Republican Senator Tim Scott. Good morning, Senator. There has been a lot of debate in the wake of this shooting about the causes. Was it racism, guns? Why do you think this happened?
Well, before we jump into the why, I want to really at least acknowledge the 9 victims that lost their lives, one of whom was a friend of mine, Clemente Pinckney, the pastor and state senator, who was just a jewel of a person, a prince of a man, and a God-fearing that believed in building bridges. When we look for the reasons why this happened, it's hard to understand when evil is just overtaking a heart. The mind is just demented. This was obviously a case of racism. His actions were driven by hatred, and that is the clear and dominant reason this happened.
When you look at the Shooters Manifesto, Senator, it is extraordinary. He says that there is not enough racism in the world, and that's what drove him to this action. What's your reaction to that?
Well, there's no doubt that when your mind and your heart are consumed with hatred and with racist motivations, that he sought to create a race war, according to, I believe, his own words in this country. What he's done for South Carolina and what he's done for Charleston is he's brought our community together. One of the beautiful scenes that I've had that was etched into my memory now is Morris Brown Church, when we had such a diverse gathering of Charlestonians and South Carolinians coming to pay homage, pay respect to the families and to love on them. And then just a day and a half later to have several thousand people show up, 2/3 or more not being black, here at home, to see that kind of a unified group of people coming together to pray for and to just hug the family says so much about what he has sparked, which is bringing people together. I think we're going to have a robust conversation going forward about race relations, a robust conversation going forward about bringing people together, and I look forward to participating in that conversation. The entire state now is, without any question, taking a leap forward. What the enemy meant for evil, I believe God will bring good out of it.
As a part of Senator, some people are talking about the Confederate flag. What does that flag symbolize to you?
Well, there's no doubt that South Carolina has a rich and provocative history, and that flag is a part of the history, and for some, that flag represents that history, and for so many others, it represents a pain and an oppression. I am looking forward to our state leaders getting together and having a robust conversation after the funerals about what's the next step. You know, if you look back in our history just 15 years ago, you saw the compromise that was reached by both sides that thought that was a permanent compromise, and now we've heard indications that there will be an ongoing conversation, a real debate and discussion about next steps. So that will be coming soon, and after the funerals, we look forward to participating in it.
Senator Mitt Romney has said the flag should be taken down. Russell Moore of the Southern Baptist Convention said this, and I'm quoting from him: "That sort of symbolism is out of step with the justice of Jesus Christ. The cross and the Confederate flag cannot coexist without one setting the other on fire." So what is your personal stance in that conversation you say needs to take place about the flag?
Certainly powerful words from some strong leaders from around the country and here at home, and I am going to make sure that I'm a part of that conversation. My voice will be clear. My position will be stated. I'm not going to make any breaking news here. I have made the commitment to waiting till after the funeral to start that debate, and I'm going to honor that commitment.
Another element of that debate, quickly, the president said in the wake of this shooting, it's not enough to just show sympathy, and he wants to make it harder to get guns. What's your opinion about that?
Well, listen, the first thing that you should do in the aftermath of an amazing atrocity is to look for solutions to prevent it from happening again. What I know is that the gun laws that were broken did not stop this monster, this killer, from carrying out his acts. What I do know is that the gun laws that prevented him from bringing a gun into the church did not work. So looking for the right legislative solution to make sure that it doesn't happen again. I think when there's that much evil in the heart, it is hard to think of the right legislative solution for that problem.
All right, Senator Scott, we thank you very much for being with us this morning.